A workers' union in Korea is seeking to erect a wartime laborers statue in front of the Japanese consulate in Busan. Korean Confederation of Trade Unions, KCTU. This union is known as an aggressive labor union in Korea. At the union's gathering, a man spoke about Hashima Island during the war. He says he lived on the island when he was a boy. His name is Yeon Cheol Koo.
내가 본 군함도라는 것이 우리 민족의 가장 아픈 상처를 남긴 곳이라고 생각됩니다.
In October 2016, Mr. Koo visited Hashima Island for the first time in 71 years. Mainichi Shimbun and Nagasaki Shimbun reported that Mr. Koo spent 6 years on the island together with his family.
아침에 학교를 가면서 보면은 밥을 얻어먹기 위해서 일렬로 쭉 밥그릇 하나씩 들고 줄을 서 있는 강제징용 끌려온 청년들의 모습을 보고 참 나는 어릴 때 감정이 희한하게 느꼈습니다. 그 옆에는 일본 군인들이 몽둥이를 들고 서가 있습니다. 그 앞을 머리도 들지 못하고 고기도 들지 못하고 밥그릇 하나 들고 밥 한 숟갈 얻어먹으려고 줄을 서 있는 모습을 볼 때 너무도 처참한 생각이 들었습니다.
Mr. Matsumoto, who lived on Hashima Island, strongly questions the validity of Mr. Koo's story.
私に言わせればもうほとんど 100% 近くが虚偽の語りですね。なるほど、尻滅裂、しっちゃかめっちゃか。だから皿を持って道路端にお涙ちょうだい、おかずちょうだい、こういう馬鹿げたこと、もうやっぱりさすがに三菱だろうとかそういうことは許可せんですよ。
Meals for single laborers were delivered at the dormitory mess. They were never given out on the streets. Japanese army soldiers never supervised the laborers' meals.
아침에 학교를 가면은 길가에 노무자 사무실이 있었습니다. 거기에 하루도 빠짐없이 비명 소리, 아우성 소리가 들립니다. 내가 창문을 이렇게 발두름해가지고 들여다보면은 우리 청년들이 2~3명씩 콘크리트 바닥에 꿇어 앉아놓고 몽둥이질을 합니다. 살려달라고 아우성칩니다.
もしそういう状況、状態、じゃあ橋間のどこでそういうふうな状態、状況が発生しとったのか、その場所を証明せよというふうに聞きます。逆に。私は見たことないから橋間でそういう状況を。
Mr. Fumio Suzuki is a second-generation Korean immigrant living in Japan. He was born on Hashima Island and grew up there during the war. His parents are from Gyeongsangnam-do in Korea. His father worked as a corporal in the mine, and his whole family lived on Hashima Island. Mr. Suzuki is skeptical of Mr. Koo's stories about the mistreatment of Korean people on Hashima Island.
戦時中に橋まではもうひどめに遭うたねっていうような話なんか全然聞いてないです。もう周囲の方たちもみんないい人でね、そんな悪い負のイメージありませんしね、やっぱり僕自身がまだ小さいですから可愛がってもらったりして、いい考えがあってでも橋間にいて良くなかったということは本当ありませんもん。その朝鮮人ということで指さされたり陰口叩かれたりはそういうのはほとんど近所付き合いはなかったと思いますね。
Mr. Koo has also testified in a book published in Korea about his experience on Hashima Island. However, Mr. Koo's story doesn't resonate with ex-residents of the island. All Koreans were put into barracks almost like animals into cages. They were living in fear of imminent death every single day. It was the children who knew exactly how many people died each day. From the classroom, I could clearly see Nakanoshima Island. If we saw black smoke going up, that meant someone died and was cremated. Towards the end of the war, we saw the black smoke every day. Sometimes students would count the dead while studying in the classroom. Mr. Hideo Kaji identified Mr. Koo from Nagasaki Shimbun's article as his Korean friend from back then. He also lived on Hashima Island during the war. He is extremely disappointed with what Mr. Koo relates.
実際教室からは見えないですよ。それでそんな話を子どもたちしたことはないし、それも朝鮮人ばっかりそこで高野島で火葬されて毎日煙が上がってる。
You can see Nakanoshima Island from the school built after the war, but the school building they attended was at a different spot. Mr. Matsumoto worked for the survey department of the mine. In case of a mine accident, they always investigated the site and then sent a report with diagrams to the supervising office in Fukuoka.
担当部署におりましたからね、よくわかるんですよ。一日一人も二人もそういうことで死んだとなったら、私もそれにもかかっとらないか。そういうことはまずありえん。
Kumamoto was clearly seen from Hashima Island over the sea.
いや、Hashimaからは見えないよ。
見えない見えない。絶対見えない。
間違ったって見えないよ。
まあとにかくデタラメですよ。どの位置から見てでもHashimaからは熊本見えません。
Who is this person who keeps telling conflicting facts about wartime Hashima Island? What are his intentions? According to Mr. Koo's published biography, he was born in Gyeongsangnam-do in 1931. In 1939, he moved with his family to Hashima Island, where his father worked. Mr. Suzuki says that if Mr. Koo's father invited the family to Hashima Island, things couldn't have been so terrible.
自国で殴られるリンチが多い、そういうような本当に自国の島だったら、そういう姿を見せるためにまず呼ばんでしょうね。
It's reported that Mr. Koo spent 6 years on the island, starting from his second grade in the elementary school. But Mr. Tsubochi, who should have been in the same grade as Mr. Koo, doesn't remember him at all.
いや、いないんだよな、それ。大体みんなほらもう腸とか筋とか胃とかってね。
Some parts of Mr. Koo's testimony are far too malicious to be brushed aside as a lapse of memory. It unsettles Japanese residents who lived on Hashima Island back then. The Japanese were dejected to find out they lost the war. All the inspectors and managers were gone pretty much instantly. Even the Japanese miners were gone. We Koreans found out they ran away during the night by boat. All that remained on the island was Koreans and Okinawan people. It was the most bizarre situation.
ないそんなことは。 夜逃げなんかしませんよ。
バカバカしいの聞いたら本当だって引っ越すったってで船の出る時間が決まってんだからさ夜逃げなんてできないもん。
1,000 Chinese laborers forcefully taken from Manchuria were on the island. I never saw any of them after the Japanese had left the island. Did they massacre 1,000 people? That is far beyond the comprehension of innocent Koreans. Did the Japanese trap all the Chinese inside the mine and blow up the exit? I began to suspect they massacred them all. Mr. Tsubochi's father looked after the Chinese laborers. He vehemently disagrees with Mr. Koo's story.
だから嘘も100遍言えば本当になるって言うんだよね。ありえないことなんだからね絶対ね。
これはもう全然橋も知らない人が想像で書いたと思うんです。今までは謎の人物と思ってたけど間違いなくなんていうんですかもうなりすまして言いたい放題書いてあるんだと思います。
いかにグーヨンチョルがデタラメな男であるかということ、その裏に何か組織が上がったものがあると。でグーヨンチョルそのものはこれ利用されている、そういう感じを受けました私は。
Back at home after the war, Mr. Koo was well known as a left-wing activist. People from Hashima Island feel there must be some hidden motive behind his testimony.
本当かなと思うんですね。全然周りの人は気がつかなかったんだろうかと。
At the meeting of Hashima Islanders for Historical Truths, Mr. Jun Matsuo, News Section Vice Chief at Nagasaki Shimbun, says, "There's truth in the story of the residents and the conscripted Korean workers."
皆さんが言っていることももちろん真実だと思いますし、徴用工の方たちが証言していることの中でももちろん真実はあると思います。ただ、それをどう判断していくか、一方の主張だけがやっぱり出回っていくのではなくて、やっぱり今までに黙殺されてきた皆さんのお話っていうものもやっぱり重要だと思いますので、そのあたりはですね、きちんと報道っていうかしていけたらなとは思っております。
実在している人がですよ、自分の体験談とかこういう苦労をしてるんだということやったら、それはやっぱり親身になって聞かないかんでしょう。だからさっきから言ってるようにグー・ヨンチョルの場合には実在に疑問があるわけですから、だから実在に疑問があって、それは抽象的なことをですね、第三者のことをいろいろと述べてるわけですけども、それに対して今言ったような彼の意見を尊重するということはまずありえんと思うんです。それでさっきから論議してるわけですから、実際で話であればやはりそれは我々も反省するところはあるでしょうけども、それだ架空の実在でない話をされるもんですから、今皆さんが論議されてるわけですが、ちょっとその辺は誤解せんとってくださいよ。ちょっと
Why has the voice of Hashima Island natives been ignored? Why is the discussion going nowhere?
真実は一つしかないし、真実以上に強い言葉もありませんよ。どんなにごまかそうと、言葉巧みにごまかそうとしても、その真実を見抜く力を持っている人が話にならんです。真実は一つしかないからですね。真実は二つも三つもないから。
This is the Hashima Island Elementary School Alumni Directory, published in 1950. There are names of some Korean students, but Yeon Cheol Koo is nowhere to be found. So far, no one from Mr. Koo's age group who remembers him has come forward.